This is my final personal development plan presentation by me, Luz Roman. I am 30 years old and I am studying hospitality, travel, and tourism. And I am from and raised Orlando, Florida. My parents were originated from Orlando, from Puerto Rico. Like I was saying, my parents originated from Puerto Rico and then come to the States. So I was born and raised here. I am American. To be having a good description of myself or my personality, I could say that I'm very creative. I have a open heart. I don't really judge a book by its cover, to be truly honest with you. I will help you until the day that I feel like you did wrong on me. I am quiet. I am reserved. I don't really like a lot of noise, but if I had to have my best friend describe me, she will tell me that there's not a dull moment in life, basically. I do bring happiness to the table, and I feel like I bring a lot of motherly aspects, comfort and loyal and always there for you. Now, my interest is crafting. I like to make homemade decor or decorations for baby showers, parties, anything I could really do, to be truly honest with you. I've done several parties for family and friends, paid, of course, under a little table, but or tipped, you could say, where it's been a success, to be truly honest with you. I am very proud of myself that I can create things out of recyclable materials. I made a chimney out of cardboard box using paper and glue. I've done a whole party out of paper mache and balloons. I created a treasure chest box out of a cardboard box as well. Just glued its accents to it, of course. I do feel like this hobby could be a career for a party planning business. I am kind of scared of feedback or judgment because my decorations are handmade. Every piece has its own distinct look. I could try to make the same thing twice, but hands really don't let you do that sometimes. Or let's just say sometimes you can't really manipulate the same thing if it's being done personally. I value very, very much family. Family is my number one key to have as a support group in my life. I have two big families. When I was 16, I left my actual parents' house, and my best friend's parents took me in. I was adopted, not officially, but I was adopted by them, and I lived with them still, to be truly honest with you. They are honestly an amazing family. I have so much respect for them. My real family, or you could say my biological family, they are here in Florida with me. They live their own life, to be truly honest with you. I do help out my mom a lot. I am my mother's personal secretary. I do everything for her. But my father also is here in the States. He's a little bit on his own. He does ask me for help when he knows he can't get it. Like, he uses all his options until the end, honestly. I do work hard. I work 2 jobs and I go to school. I think going back to school is a major part of my own goals. I graduated high school in 2007. I only got to walk. I actually didn't get to receive my diploma. I didn't pass the standardized testing in the state of Florida. So it took me 12 years to receive my GED. That once I did receive that, and it just told me to keep going. I really wanted to go back to school, but I was really scared of having more student loans or just another loan when I was actually trying to buy a house or a townhome or something here, purchase actually. When I worked for Walt Disney World, and Walt Disney World actually decided to pay 100% tuition for their employees. So I took the opportunity and applied for the program, and here I am. My first semester, honestly, was an eye-opener. I forgot what it was to go to school. I forgot what it is to study. I forgot what it was to juggle work and school. Honestly, I had went to college about 4 weeks after I graduated in 2017 or 2007, sorry. And I only lasted the first semester. I saw that my little paycheck was better than me wasting time to go to school. But as older and a little bit wiser, my paycheck kept getting smaller and my workload kept getting bigger for the same amount of check. So I decided to change that, or actually I just want to become an entrepreneur, to be all honesty. I want to own my own business, or I just want to work for myself. I don't want to work for anybody else anymore. I think I have very great ideas, and I have a lot of customer service skills that to this day I still have people that ask for me every single day at my job because I help them out so well. Just to say that. Okay, so let's talk about our personal development plan here. So I noticed that if I made a video on how to use media to like be a little bit more creative, I don't have that possession. I'm glad that I can make an oral video right now. So I actually made a little pamphlet of my personal development from where I was to where I know now. I'm just going to read off of it, but I will show you just a little bit of what I did do. It describes a little bit of my short-term goals, honestly, and long-term goals that are popping up in my life right now. I'm in a transition where I'm trying to buy a house and still go to school. And let's just say it's not that easy. Again, thank God for the parents, my step-parents that I do have. They are very supportive of me and letting me live back in with them, and you know, charging me whatever they wanted to charge me at the end of the day. I thought this phrase was a really, really good one. It says personal development journal. And it says a comprehensive tool to help you. It says set goals, manage tasks, and track daily growth. Now, every day you can set a goal for yourself, even if it's just to wake up. Some of us have a little bit of trouble to do that. Even if that's to get to work on time for the day or the week. Also, those are events that we don't really have control of if we don't plan for it. So setting yourself for success is a big key there. But a little bit of my own personal short-term goals are: 1, to buy a place that I call home. 2, making great communication with my own family. 3, applying for my passport and actually receiving it. 4, having one job and a full-time job. And 5, keeping up with my grades. Those 5 goals are short-term goals because everything can be done except having a job. I feel having like one job is going to take me the longest. Excuse me. I I like having two jobs. I get tired a little sometimes, but I really do both. I do enjoy both of my employments. I don't see myself leaving either one at the moment. Um, while I am still in school, um, it just gives me more flexibility to earn a living and to still go to school online. Personally, um, now it could also short-term goals or aims could not always have to deal with what's going on right now, but honestly, it could go from making sure to exercise, which I should have put on there. That's actually another goal of mine, to lose some weight. Okay, so I also have to stop telling myself that I can't and that I can do it. Thought that was a really good slogan there. Thinking positive will always give you a better outlook. Stop telling yourself that you're not worth it. Commit to yourself and goals. You are the reason you are in the position that you are in. Change your route and your sense of thought. Don't reflect on what you don't have. Success is what you think, what you strive for. Actually having a personal and your own goals or aims, an emotional, social, mental, physical, or spiritual phase is also a good goal too. I thought even emotions can be personal developments. I struggle with attitude, learning how to talk to people in matters that make things worse. I have to learn that not everyone can understand my voice. I always have to understand that I might sound strong at first, but I am very nice. I am a loving person with a big heart. I try to help everyone that I can. I try to eat better and use better words when explaining how I feel. Now the eat better just got stuck in there because I have been striving to eat just way better than picking up McDonald's all the time or fast food. It's catching a toll on me at my age, and thought it was a big goal to really aim for right now. Let's see. Feeling down and depressed is real. Sometimes talking to someone who doesn't know you is best. Leaving it all in is not a good at all. It has a stress can be developed the same way if you leave it all in. So you gotta have a good perspective on your goals. They have to be attainable. Now, you could write down that you want to make $1 million. Who doesn't, honestly? But you got to be realistic. From what you're doing right now to what you want to do later, will you meet that goal? You want to strive yourself. You want to make something. You want to have a simplest goal, succeed to it. So in your mind, be like, oh wow, that's all it was. Put my mind to it, and I got it. Sometimes the littlest things is the best versus starting from something big to small. The 5 goals that I set for myself are very easy to strive for, that I personally think that could be done in a year or less. But to go back to me, I do have special talents and skills with working with people. I really do. I have patience. At one of my jobs, I work for Staples, the retail store, and I work for the copy and print department. So 10 out of 10 times my interaction with customers are customers who don't have a computer or don't have a printer at their own home, and they need to print something out, sign it and fax it back, or they just like to print out their own information. I have to step by step tell them how to forward the email with the attachment to a certain email, send it, and then once they send it, they receive something back from the store, and I have to teach them how to print it out on a printer as well. I do this about, you could say, 100 to 120 times in one day. I interact with all types of cultures, from Spanish to English to Portuguese to Chinese, to a point that the only thing that there is a communication is sign language, like 1, 2, big, small. I think that's a very, very great skill to have patience, to be able to teach someone else how to do something. I have plenty of customers that I've taught them how to do it once, and they come into the store and they do it on their own, and they come up to me like, "Oh my God, I did it already." Or some of them tell me, "Oh, I don't know what I did. You taught me. I did exactly what you told me to do." And I'm very proud of them. I can't ask for anything more besides that warm feeling that I get every time I remember that I'm the one that taught them. Makes me feel like they're little children and I'm the mom, but obviously it's the vice versa. Most of our day and age right now, technology is going up skyrocket. Every day is something brand new. Every day we could pay a bill online. We could Google Doc and sign for a house without even physically being there. There are a lot of skills right now that not a lot of people have and they lack, and that's interpersonal. That's just being personal with somebody. And not being able to just talk to somebody to tell them, "Hey, this is what you have to do." I learned after my 5-year career at Disney that it takes time sometimes for people to really understand or grasp what's going on nowadays. Not everybody's tech savvy. Not everybody knows how it is to physically just use their phone to send you something. Some of them a lot of people they know how to FaceTime and they know how to send a message on Facebook, but they don't know how to send an email. And you just have to have patience. You have to have patience to explain. You have to have patience to just reiterate yourself every single day, 24/7, with a smile in your face. But like I said, I love what I do. I wish I could change some things, but I love what I do. When it comes down to my hobbies, that I think I do have a skill. I have a skill that most people don't have, and that's just learning how to create things out of something that was thrown away. Cardboard, paper, plastic are my friends, and I love to repurpose everything. Everything does have a purpose already in life because it was made. Just because you think it's trash, I think it's gold. My favorite stores are thrift stores and antique shops, because there are so many good things in there that could be repurposed or reused into more things that we could use nowadays that we forget that we have, and we just want to buy something new all the time. But if batteries are not included, then no thank you. Let's see. What skills would you like to add in your life, and why? That's a big question. Skills. I just wish I had a better attitude. Honestly, I take things personal. For an example, to be truly honest with you, today at work, a lady approached me and she told me that she wanted to fax something. And I said, okay, that's fine. We walked straight to the fax machine, and she had put her papers on top so they were ready to fax. And I said, ma'am, I'm going to put these to the side because a gentleman before you is still trying to wait for his confirmation, and I don't want to mess with the machine yet. And so when I put her papers on the counter, I noticed that her papers were very, very, very thin, like receipt paper, but just even thinner than that, like a carbon form, but just been folded and unfolded for a while. And out of both sides, you could say one side was very rigid, like broken a little, and so the way it goes through a fax machine, it gets fed through rollers to a point that sometimes if it's too close, it will break the sheet, and it was something that she couldn't replace. So we, in the department, we give courtesy copies, especially if you're just faxing. It's not our fault, it's not your fault that your papers have been together for so long that they don't want to go, So I grabbed her papers and I said, well, ma'am, I'm gonna make copies because I don't want the fax machine to ruin your papers. She goes, what do you mean they're gonna ruin my papers? I said, well, do you see this rigid edge? This could be caught in the machine, and I really don't want that to happen. And she said, but I don't understand, why would they do that? And I said, well, ma'am, personally, I can't explain it. I just know I don't want it to happen. So can I make, copies of your papers? And I had already put them on the feeder of a printer, but I didn't press print yet. She snatched them from me. She said, no. And she started making it all nice and better. And she's like, I was like, ma'am, would you mind if I make copies? She's like, yes, you didn't ask me. And I said, well, I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't want to ruin your sheets because I can't replace them. And then she just walked off. She didn't really answer me or didn't really say nothing to me, but she walked towards the front of my department and just started talking about me, saying that I was very rude and that I snatched the sheets from her, and that I wanted to copy her information to store it in my computer. That I shouldn't have to make copies if she's faxing. Just a lot of defensive things that I understand. Identity theft is really big nowadays, but I really wanted to go up to her and say, ma'am, I'm really, really sorry if I made you uncomfortable, but it wasn't really going to do anything. But the fact that she just kept bad-mouthing me really, really dug into me, and I really wanted to go back and tell her, I wasn't trying to do anything wrong besides help you like you wanted to. But there's no way I could have saved her information, and I wasn't trying to. I wanted to just simply make a fax or make a copies of papers that I know I couldn't replace. Because it's happened. It's happened plenty of times at my job, and we've been blamed, and at the end of the day, I can't replace something that I didn't give you at first. So I would say a better attitude. That's what I want to add in my life. Take things not so personal, but it's really hard for someone with a big heart. Now my perfect career. My perfect career would be party planning. I would be talking about parties all day. The reason why I really, really like that career path is because, like I said, I'm really into family. So the fact of gathering people in a room that they're all related, it's a beautiful thing. Generations from generations, and memories. Just the memories being brought it brings me tears, honestly. And if I could do it every single day, I really, 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 I really would. And I hope one day that I could actually do one for my own family. That's one of my biggest goals there. That once I am established where I want to be, to throw the biggest shebang and calling all family from California to Chicago to New York to Puerto Rico. It's a big goal, but I haven't wrote that one down because that one I need a couple more steps to be there. Uh, I actually just want to work, and if I do strive to get what I want, which is my own company, I want to work everywhere. I want to be known everywhere. I want to be called from New York, from New Zealand, from Australia, from everywhere. I want to travel. I want to travel the world. I want my name to be known. I want my face to be known. That's this part, but I want everything to be known about me. I I don't want no limits to what I can't have. I want to have people under me as well. Not a large group, but a small couple groups of women and men. I feel like men bring a good level to the playing fields. You don't want always things to look girly or too glamour. You always want a soft-spoken person or a man to just tell you, hey, just put that together and make it blend. um, but it doesn't. Let's see. I've done things on my own for the past 4 years, and in the 4 years, the most I've ever done at a time is about 30 to 40 gift baskets or goodie bags or giveaways. It took me like a span of 2 weeks to really finish, and that's between working in the mornings or at night and coming home to do them. I am low budget as well, since everything's out of recyclable materials. I strive to not use brand new items. I try to, again, find repurposed things or recyclable things, carbon, paper, or anything that I could get my hands on, to make whatever I do have to make. So the out-of-pocket cost is not so much. And that's what people really don't understand, that most parties, once you start, buying a flower here or buying a flower there, every table needs to have a sunflower, every table needs to have a lily pad on there. Those things start adding up to a point that at the end of your party, you're just going to throw them away. But that's why I like recyclable materials. They can be repurposed for something else besides what I want to use them for, but they could also be just recycled properly through the environment. Describe the type of student that you are. So, the type of student that I am is a student that has to read several times to comprehend, likes visual aids, pictures. I am a hands-on learner. Right now, me doing online classes is a big difference for me. I used to training, I'm used to getting dirty, I'm used to getting into it and figuring out on my own and coming out. Right now, this is a big for me. I'm learning how to